In this video, I am going to show you how to release feelings about traumas. First, I want to explain what traumas are, and then show you a simple way that you can actually remove how you feel about trauma. Why it's so important to remove those feelings is because feelings associated with traumas are feelings, negative feelings, and having those negative feelings in our body can actually destroy the cells in our body. And what happened, as you can imagine, the cells in your body are no longer working, right? And not just that, those negative feelings take down the energy that you need every day to function well. Okay, so that's why it's so important to recognize the things that take away our energy and the things that give us energy. And what we learned, myself including, and not just from learning but from my own experiences, that traumas are things that happen in our past, in our life, usually in the past, things that happen in our life are those things that we didn't want it to happen, but they happened, right? So many things happen in our life. Could be not passing an exam, not having the things that we want, right? The career that we want. We apply for a job. Everybody else got the job, but you didn't. Or you apply for like a role, and you didn't get it. Or, for example, in the movie industry, everybody, other people got it, but you didn't. So because of that thing happened, you might get the feeling of maybe feeling not good enough, right? And another example is things that happen in our life without us expecting to happen. Just things that happen, could be, we didn't pay attention to them. Could be an illness, right? So many people are so busy, you're busy, and sometimes we overlook certain things in our body, and then something happened and we have to deal with it. It could be an accident, could be loss of loved ones. A lot of things that happen in our life, things that unpleasantly happen, and because they happened negatively in our life, they cause have certain feelings, and feelings still carry with us until now. And because we have those feelings associated with the past, and we tend to feel heavy, right? Feelings are emotions, are thoughts when we think about them in the past. And what happened? Either we'll feel good about certain things that happen in our life, or feel not so good. We want to keep the things that happen in our life where we feel good about, right? Those things already happened, but how we feel about those things is what we're going to talk about here. And getting rid of those feelings that no longer make us feel good, and keeping those feelings that make us feel good. All right. So, and how do we get rid of them? Yes, the emotion. People think, oh, you're supposed to have, it's part of life. You're supposed to learn from them. No, you're supposed to keep those things. Feelings protect us. Yes, keeping those feelings, good feelings protect us, but the negative feelings do not protect us. Instead, the negative feelings destroy ourselves. But the event, we can learn from it, how we can do better, right? What we can do better in the future to prevent something from happening. If they happen again, what we can do to learn from it, something positive out of it, right? Learning something negative out of it causes you to have negative feelings. Again, the goal is to protect this physical entity called the body. You need the body to function, to get you to places, right? You need the physical body, you need the mind, you need the spiritual, right? The goal by removing these negative feelings give you an opportunity to have cells in your body that can easily absorb nutrition, function better in your body, right? There was a research done that when cells at the cellular level, each part of your body have cells. When they were placed under something like pressure, negative pressure, the cells tend to close up. And what happened when the cells close up? They wouldn't open. And when they're not open, what happened when they don't open? No nutrients, water, oxygen can get through them. And what happened? They might die. Or they might go off by themselves. Well, those are what abnormal cells occur. Or imagine the cells in certain parts of your organs gets isolated. That means that organ would probably don't have enough cells to function, right? I mean, you probably heard many people in your area who feel isolated. But cells are like that. People are just bigger cells. When there's certain events happen to them, negative events, they close up, they don't want to talk to anyone. And what happened to those people? Not sure if you know any one of those people around you. They close up, they don't want to talk to anybody. It's okay, temporary, but not permanently. Imagine someone who never get exposed in a social world, no contact with other humans. What do their lives look like? I'm sure you can imagine those people who are alone, no contact with the world. All right, cells are just a small part of us. Okay, when negative energy in our body affect the cells, when we get no contact with the outside world, that's what happened to ourselves. Isolated individuals. And perhaps maybe that's why there's so many people are diagnosed with depression, mental people who have mental challenges, because they have so much in their head that they haven't been able to release. So they are at a stage that maybe perhaps there might be no help. But I'm here to let you know that it's possible to help those people. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing how you can actually release those negative emotions. People call that, again, traumas, right? So traumas, emotions, negative feelings, negative emotions can all be dealt with. And we use this technique before I show you what the technique is. Most of those negative emotions are learned in the past, right? When they're not dealt with, for example here, I can tell you, when they're not dealt with, so this past is present, and the future. Here's the present moment. You're feeling, for example, sad about something. Okay, most people have those anger in them, hurt, fear, and guilt about something. The present moment, where people feel, for example, if you have an issue, a challenge, even talking to your loved ones or your kids or co-worker, because you might have a fear of hurting them. So like talking to someone, to your spouse or children, because you have this fear of maybe feeling judged, that is something, a small, really small issue or challenge compared to other things. If you feel anything negative about a slightly small challenge, you couldn't even do it. Right now, I can give you an example. Not able to go on social media to share, to speak. Anybody, right? Anybody, a child can actually, if you turn on a video, they can actually just be themselves. Oh, why is it adult can do that? Why? What causes them not to easily just turn on the video live and speak and share and talk about the feelings? Or our adults, right? Like if you're a parent, why is this? What makes it so hard to speak your feelings, especially loved ones? What makes it so hard for you to apologize if you make a mistake, and your mistake causing perhaps a little bit harm to those you love, or simple to ourselves? You know, we try to do something. For example, we try to pass an exam so we can go into perhaps law school or medical school, because we fail and you never want to try again. That failing of that exam, you still keep it in you, and now it's making you angry, probably that you could have done better. All those negative emotions, right? Anger, you probably hurt because other people are telling that you should have do a better job. All those things, right? You might feel guilty because maybe you probably thought you could have done better. All those things, right? And now you're afraid to even apply for a job, or even ask somebody to go out, or try anything that require little or no effort. Well, those are, we call it, didn't really, the incident that happened now, it was because whatever you learned about being sad, about being angry, about being hurt, about being fearful and guilt, you didn't actually learn them now. You learned them a long time ago, from birth. All right, from birth, 0 age to probably 7 years old. You learn those, right? When children are born, they model what the environment give them. So, for example, if a child, on the way out to the world, they were probably accidentally got pressure by the doctor in the head, a little bit nudge, and they feel, oh, this is a little bit of pressure. So for them it's a little bit pain. But if they didn't get comfort, that is something small. If they didn't get a hug from their parents, or they didn't get acknowledged, they will label that, for example, a little pressure, as maybe anger, right? Anger, emotion, just a little bit of anger. And then when they're 1 year old, right here, they probably fell and then hurt their body or some part of their body, and they get hurt. Those they have this feeling of anger, or physical hurt, or sad, right? Sad. And they associate the first incident with the second incident. So they're like cold, right? Cold. All this cold. And the next time they have another incident, maybe in preschool. They go to school, preschool. They somebody call them a name and make them feel hurt inside. And they didn't learn from it. or they didn't have a parent that explained to them. Maybe that person, that child didn't mean it, and it's okay. Instead of feeling hurt, and have a understanding. So if the child feel understood and accept the activity, the event, then the feeling of hurt is no longer there. But most of the kids, if they didn't learn, so they carry on from the next one, all these negative feelings if they haven't been resolved. So most of the time, so they become a chain of emotions until even big ones, small ones, until little things can even go on Facebook, or somebody look at them with an unhappy face. They have negative feelings, and they might associate one of these feelings that they learned when they were a child. All right, so what we do is we have this technique to bring them back to the first time where they learn all these negative feelings, and show them and guide them how to reframe those feelings that associate with all the incident. We cannot change all the event, all the incident. We can go back and tell the doctor, no, you should be careful. Things already happened. But that anger feeling can be reframed to something positive and have more understanding of the incident. And once all these negative emotions are removed, they no longer associate all these negative feelings, and all of us can feel love, joy, understanding, right? And empowered instead of fearful, right? Instead of guilty, we feel deserving. Why? It's because we as babies, we were all born as, whole, pure, and only through all this negative experience, little or big, that cover all of this amazing greatness inside of us. So removing all these negative feelings brings back our pureness and wholesomeness. And whatever happened, we only see the good, find the good, be able to see the good things in anything that will happen to us, right? Our goal is to be positive and be aware and learn from the past, instead of having the past negative feelings hold us back. Think about it. Carrying all these negative feelings, what does it do to you? They drain your energy. You have a certain amount of energy per day. Imagine the negative feelings takes half of it. You only have half to use for the day. What if you have 100% of the energy to do what you need to do in a day for your future, for your loved ones? Imagine a life like that, right? So the important goal about removing all this negativity is really to protect your body, preserve your body, this physical, amazing body. Without this physical aspect of it, there's no life. And your goal is to live. So, and of course, in the future, right? Now, without all these negative feelings here, the future would be bright, because all you have now is love, joy, all these things. Nothing in front of you will be holding you back. You see your future so clearly. So this is how we show you how to remove trauma and why it's so important. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let us know. We will be having a Tuesday free training. If you're interested, let me know. It's from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time. Come with questions. We are not here to judge you. We are actually help you because I know what's like living a life, not the life that you want, and living and have the life that you want. I know it's possible, and that's why we're holding this training for you.